Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. My brother's Horizon. With the horse chants in chat. Hello, everybody. I just want to point out that this won't be my regular stream schedule, probably. I'm kind of on the degen schedule because I'm just... I've been I'm going to bed late. I'm waking up super early at like 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. and then I take a nap in the afternoon, and then when I wake up from the nap, I'm not tired anymore, so I have to stream. And I can't break the cycle. Oh yeah, we got the Spark notes up. Horizon, everybody. So yesterday during my stream, we missed out. Sorry, no voice, too much streaming. We missed out on the legal mindset breakdown of the situation with Doki Bird and Nijisanji. And I went over one of his videos, the one mostly talking about the Niji Livers video, and made sure I understood like the key points. And not gonna lie, he was pretty on point. We said the exact same things. Every single point's the same. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I was pretty on point, and I was happy because my Nijisanji video is coming out tomorrow at noon, and at least, you know, there's no misinformation in it. Yeah, the lawyer was pretty based, and I reached out to him, and we're probably gonna do a collab in a couple days together. So that's pretty exciting too. I think it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Based. And on the menu today, we have this. There's a really funny video that I want us to react to. And there's also the counter document to the document, the Niji Festo, that we reviewed yesterday. And after that, I think I have just 2 Reddit threads we can, you know, quickly zoom over. And that's pretty much it. Not gonna keep this stream so long. We're just gonna do like whatever, a short stream. And tomorrow, you know, Nijisanji video. If you guys want to watch it along other people in the Discord, we're gonna do an event, so make sure to join. The video is already out on Patreon today. It's a 1 hour plus video. I cried like 3 times doing it. I had several mental breakdowns, but I think I'm happy with the final product. The thing is, I think next time I'm gonna wait a little. I mean, when I did this, I thought it was over, and then more stuff came out. But the fact that I was so close to it, I felt like there's some parts of the video where maybe I'm like over explaining things, or maybe over going in details. And oh, hold up, I forgot to turn on my ring light. I'm over going in details in some parts of the video, which is why I made it lengthy. When I did my other Nijisanji video, there was so much information to put in, but I knew what information I had to like quickly summarize or quickly zoom over in like 1-2 sentences, so the video would be like in a digestible format. So anyway, live and learn. I guess I could still cut out parts, but then it feels bad for my editors who, you know, they did these highly crazy edits, and it sucks not to be able to showcase those. Yeah, it was an overwhelming situation. Niji drama so bad it even overworked the drama tubers. I know, right? Yeah, you're welcome. And on top of that, I was like, hey, I have a lot of tweets, you know, why not ask some voice actors in my community if they, or some content creators, to pitch in, and, you know, I could give them some exposure, and it's a cool collab thing to bring my community in. And that added another whole layer of complexity. And it also makes the video run longer, because usually we just flash the comments on the screen. And if you want to read them, you just pause it, right? But now, you know, you kind of got to listen to the person reading it, which is really cool because, you know, most people that watch these kinds of videos, they do it while doing other stuff. So you don't even have to look at the screen. Everything's audio. Like, it's like a movie. But it also made the length like much longer. But for reals, I'm gonna do this for every video from now on, the whole VA thing. I think it's cool, and if you guys want to do some voice acting or you're interested in that, join my Discord and give yourself the role. And we set up like a system through my Discord where this goes through, because it was fucking hell for me to handle all of the DMs one by one, and it was not organized at all. Yeah, another lawyer from Canada is going to do a review of the Niji drama. I put the notification bell on. It's tomorrow. Rima, please get some sleep. I just woke up from a nap, actually. Did Mr. Fish orchestrate this? Last cup of coffee and Face Connect sells coffee. Okay, when we get to 50k subs, I'm gonna have a merch line with Otakuban, but later on, I really want to start my own coffee too. I'm gonna be a competitor to the Fishmen, because there's this place next to me and I'm a huge coffee addict, and it's the best coffee I've ever tasted in my life. And it's like this organic local coffee. It's delicious, and I don't know, I want it. Horse merch. No horse merch. Did you guys see the tweet I did about the kitsune? How's the fox waifu? Pretty well. I'm losing my voice, but it's going well. Thank you. So tomorrow for sure. I mean, tomorrow I have to work. I kind of have a lot of work this week, so I probably won't be able to stream in the next week so much. And also I'm really behind on the Rushia X Mafu Mafu video that I'm supposed to do. Have you watched the Sing the Yacht song? Oh, I'd love to watch that on stream. You guys should send it to a mod and the mods will send it to me. I just made back my Twitter like I think a week ago when I came back from vacation. So 10 days ago I made a Twitter, and we're already at 1,200 followers there. So let's go, Kitsune's going strong. We're not calling ourselves that, by the way. Glue merch would be great. What about edible crayons? Here's my down payment on Sweaty Horse Girl Drama Coffee. Let's go! Did you see Scarly was active on her past life account? I thought that was debunked. They said that she changed her bio, but then we checked with the Wayback Machine and it was the same. What happened with 39 Daff? Why is she part of the Nietzsche drama? Oh, we went through that yesterday on my live stream and people were like cringing when I was reading her stuff. So I don't know if you guys want to talk about it again, but she basically is calling Selene Tatsuki a lawyer. But this girl is a pick-me, in my opinion. She just always comments on drama and always kind of has like bad faith takes and throw other women under the bus. So she does that to get controversy, to farm like drama and popularity. She's friends with Kyo and another girl. Can't remember her name now. There's no point in disputing the horse girl part. Like, I just give up. Yes, I know Canadian lawyer will cover Selene's case tomorrow. I mean, I wanted to know from legal mindsets perspective, and I guess I'll ask them that. I'll ask him those questions during my collab, and if you guys have questions for me to ask him, send them to me. I think I want to know, is the lawsuit gonna happen in Japan or in Canada? If there is one. And I think in the video I watched, he didn't cover this part, and I'm waiting for him to release the other parts of the video. Scarly did not change her PL bio. It's been like that. I'm permanent Scarly. Trust me, she doesn't want anything to do with any drama. Yeah, that's what I said, Charlie. Thank you for confirming. Yes, because as soon as people told me that, I made sure to confirm that she hadn't changed her bio, and then people were like, oh, you're right, she didn't change her bio. But I always make people check. People just jump to conclusions, and in my Discord, people talk a lot about VTuber stuff. And I'm like, are you sure? Check, you know? And I make everybody try tag like speculations as speculations, and make everybody try to make an effort, either me or them, to verify some of the information if it is verifiable. John, thank you. Welcome to this cute squad. Runkle of the Bailey, a Canadian lawyer, will review Silent Case tomorrow. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. I put the notification bell on. I'm already losing my voice. We're just a few minutes in. Wonder if there's something I should be drinking during streams to ease that. So his vid is a clip of the stream. Oh. Oh, so did I miss another clip? He said that the contract breaking from Selene would be JP, but the document being seen by livers is Canadian court. Oh, okay, she's gonna counter sue. Yeah, like there's so many things about the law that sucks that you think would work a certain way, but then it doesn't. False put a video with the part of the streams answer these questions. Okay, we can check that. Bourbon. You know that I bought so much alcohol for me and Parrot's collab, and then he never showed up? Depends on what the suit is about. Contract violation equals Japan. Privacy breach equals Canada. Labor issue, probably Japan, but a chance it could be dragged to Canada. It was very stressful night for the Scarlings. Scarly and her Scarlings just want to be in our own space. She's a rule follower. Oh, poor Scarly. You're pretty cool, so here, I think your bottle is cute, but I'm not into horse girls. I'm not a horse girl! But thank you for all the supers, guys. Yeah, ghosted, but I bought so much alcohol. I bought 2 bottles of sake. One warm one that could be drank both warm and cold. A bottle of tequila. And a small can of like... It's like an espresso martini. It's such a weird mix, right? But hey, coffee, pog. So I bought it. A lawsuit against a company will never end in happy ending. The thing is, they can sue her and then she'll have to counter sue. And that's gonna take... people are like, yeah, she's just gonna get a lot of money. But if they sue her, I don't think she gets any money. She's gonna have to countersue to get some compensation, and that's also gonna take forever. So I don't think anybody wants a lawsuit at this point. And cross-country lawsuits, like lawsuits crosswords, are extremely complicated and difficult to manage. Are you and Biscotti sisters? Who's Biscotti? I just thought that was a cookie. No, I'm not a horse girl, guys. I'm literally a fox. Oh, there's a fellow KFP in there. Irish coffee is nice, yeah. Yeah, suing does take years. He did say to advise not to say it's mentally taxing. Niji would lose in Canada because of privacy law. Yeah. Lawyer said like 500,000 to do a suit with a company this size. Yeah, maybe we should have pulled out the 4chan breakdown of Vase breakdown and then commented on that too. I like horse girls, don't mind the haters. Clop, clop, clop. I added the clops because I saw horses. That's how mindfucked I am now because of you guys. Hey, thank you so much for the supers. Thank you. Why are you guys shocked that I'm a fox? Are you guys unironically shocked? Okay, you guys are just trolling me. Whatever. Let's get into the legal mindset breakdown. And again, probably gonna collab with him in a couple days. We'll talk and get more information on everything. So the first thing that jumped to me from his breakdown of the situation was that Nijisanji is putting the livers in a position they should have never been in, as this should have been handled either by their PR or legal counsel, which is what everybody said, right? Guys, use your heads. If she really was a horse girl, Vosh would be here. Vosh is getting so dragged, man. So I am so glad Legal Mindset said that. When I heard it, I was like, let's go. So based of him to say that. It is mind-boggling. And you know that document that we read yesterday that said that it was debatable whether or not Nijisanji should have put the livers in this position to do the announcement? It was not debatable. This is unseen in like corporate history to have the livers do an announcement like that. It's like a double lose situation for Nijisanji. Because not only they're already losing in the court of public opinion, now they're also losing money, further money, because they put like 2 of their biggest earners under like the flashlight, and Illyra's channel is basically nuked now. Rima, where do we send questions for the interview? Oh, wait, that's a good question. Where do we send questions for the interview? Gonna ask Mod. You can send them in my Discord. Or on Twitter, just at me with a comment. Then he mentions that they probably used Illyra's channel as she was the smallest channel out of the 3. And that's a good point. I mean, they didn't use Vox Akuma's channel because if his channel gets nuked, then that's a bigger loss for the company. Illyra's channel was the smallest, thus to Nijisanji, she was disposable. And that's so sad because she's like, she stood up for them. And she's getting completely fucked over right now. Oh, make a Google form. Yeah, okay. Can we make a Google form? You guys tell me to do something and then I tell other people to do something. It's the chain. It was such a bad decision. Putting their livers up front like that. Also, how Vox expressed himself about Doki was so nasty. Yeah, I agree with that. It was nasty. Legal Mindset also commented on some of the wording of docs. Of docs. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Of Vox. Where he's like, oh, you know, I really like you. You're my friend. But I'm kind of throwing you under the bus. Which is... It's funny because he doesn't know much about the VTuber scene, right? He doesn't know anything about Nijisanji, its previous reputation. He hasn't seen the Drama Tubers video that would poison the well of his opinion. Nothing. That's his first take on it. And he came to the conclusion that we all did. People are literally gaslighting us into, like, making us think that we're on a Nijisanji hate train when literally we're just stating what we're seeing. We weren't exaggerating. That's what's happening. I don't think you're a horse. More like an elf. Good night. Thank you for the super. Good night. Yeah, he did. Gator did help him a lot. Dogs Akuma. What a Freudian slip. I'm sorry. Next point that I wrote down is that the livers stating they do not condone live... oh my god, I was so tired when I did that document. Okay. They do not condone harassment of any kind. In that point, legal mindset underlined how they had to say that. Because it goes against certain platforms' rule of conduct against brigading if you don't say that. And it could be seen as brigading, especially against somebody that just attempted on their life. So this was like a legal thing they had to say. We do not condone harassment of any kind. Sorry, I knocked my mic here. Hey guys. Yeah, huge typo. Whoops. They say at one point in the video, our personal safety and doxing. I mean, on personal safety and doxing, they were scared of it. They were scared it was going to happen. And he says, there's no threat of doxing or public exposure, as this information should have been exchanged between lawyers at the company. If anything, it's Selene who should have been worried about the doxing. Which is true, based. I'm pretty sure there are people that have no inkling of knowledge with how proper core PR works, much less law and what ensues. Oh yeah, for sure. While we don't see the bottom half of your model, maybe you are a centaur after all. I hate you. Why are you guys spreading rats about my model? If any of us harass the livers involved, would be no better. That's very true. And I do make a point of this in my video that drops tomorrow at noon. Are you guys going to be there to watch it? Yeah, well, I guess in this statement, it's not meant to be fake to say that they wouldn't condone harassment of any kind. It was meant to like protect themselves. Which is why most people who state that, they say that to cover their ass, right? I've been a watcher of both LawTube and VTubers for years now, and I'm so glad it's finally coming together. Yo! I love law stuff too! I mean... What's up, Robert? Thank you for the super. I love law stuff too. I mean, I watch more FleshTubes videos than I watch VTuber videos sometimes, except when I'm researching for a video, then obviously that's all I consume. Like, I've only consumed Nijisanji content for the past 10 days, and I'm actually getting a little bit burnt out on it. The only other video that I've had time to watch was like a video on Vosh. The pains of being a fox are intense. Yes, they are. They are, Jose. Help me. Sayu is vindicated. I am so glad to finally see her get some recognition and get people want to support her in this movement. If Legal Eagle covered this, I'll actually Yo, I love Legal Eagle. It's gonna be so good if he actually does that. Well, I want it to be like more of a... We need a lawyer VTuber. I feel like we need a lot of different kinds of VTubers, not just gaming VTubers. The thing is, I don't see myself gaming anymore because I don't have time to play games in the first place anymore. So if I streamed, I'd have to actually force myself to play video games. Like, I only play Final Fantasies a little bit in the morning when I drink my coffee, and that's it. I don't have time to play video games anymore. This drama will be the end of all drama tubers because of the sheer burnout of covering instant constantly. I know! I seriously think that's their play. I think that's their play. They're trying to like throw drama at us. They're like, keep going. They're gonna die one day. I don't know who Bruce River is. What if a Japanese law expert spoke out on points where Doki is in the right? Well, he could also speak out on points where Doki is in the wrong. I want to know both sides. There's a lot of lawyers, as soon as you mention that it's in another jurisdiction, they just say, I don't know anything about this, just stop. Like, they don't want to continue the conversation. They're like, it's too different, I can't tell. I keep trying to ask questions to my lawyer friends and they're like, well, I don't know, you're talking about US laws and we're in Canada here, so who knows? It's a criminal lawyer, I see. Hear from our law tuber content. GP lawyers can't defamation laws? What does it mean? I mean, defamation laws are way stricter in Japan, yeah. Have you yourself boycotted Niji? No, actually, I haven't unsubscribed from Niji Livers. And I have some memberships running on some Niji Livers because I needed to corroborate some information. Not in a malicious way, it's just I needed to make sure people were slandering them, right? And I need to verify that information. So I, you know, paid the $5 and I checked the VODs and I was like, okay, people are exaggerating. This is a completely normal response. And then I moved on. But I didn't necessarily unsubscribe from them or unfollow them just because I want to see the notifications as soon as they drop. That stuff is time sensitive, and I don't think my my click is really worth that much. I will not buy Nijisanji merch ever. And yeah, I am a member to Scarly, and I'm gonna keep my membership to Scarly because she's cute. Like, I discovered her through all this, and in a way she kind of reminds me of Kiara. And she exudes something very, like, she's very innocent and very sensual at the same time, and I really liked her vibe. She looks very sensitive. So I liked her. She's pretty pawn like me. Runkle has spoken in front of the Canadian Supreme Court for gun law. He's definitely a lawyer first. Oh, you guys are having... Okay. You're still talking about Runkle, the crime lawyer. I mean, I discovered a lot about Scarly. She is actually doing pretty well earning-wise in the company. Like, she gets a lot of super chats. What was that website? Yeah, because I did some research for my video on who were like the top earners and stuff. And 2024 numbers aren't out yet, but I looked for 2023 and Scarly is doing pretty well. And now she's doing an idea that I've always wanted to do, and she's releasing her own visual novel, which is so cool. I'm really curious, like, what's the process and how do you do that? If I ever did a visual novel, though, it would have like some crazy twists, like Doki Doki Literature Club or some shit. Rima's gonna like come out of your screen and force you to stay in the video game. Not entirely a fan of Legal Minds' political positions. What's his political positions? But he treated this fairly. Now I'm curious. It's because we Scarlings love her so much. Oh, that's so cute. I mean, she seems like she deserves it. She seems like a good person. Horse visual novel when there's the... It's gonna be called My Little Pony. Shiori Novella just released a visual novel too? No way! A visual novel with voice acting though? Do they usually have voice acting? If you guys want voice acting, I can voice act. Oh, American politics. Well, I'm not in America. Who cares? Who cares? Here in Canada, we're only worried about our dying economics, our plummeting Canadian dollar, and our house market crisis. We don't have this whole gender war. Everybody loves each other here already, so... Between Vox, Illyra, and Ian, which one of you were the most disappointed in? For me, it was Vox. All he said was that he disliked censorship. Yeah, I mean, everybody dislikes censorship, right? I am French Canadian, yes. You kind of sound from East Europe, horse lady. Wait, that's kind of cool. We got our moves roaming and igloos melting. Yeah, we got our own worries here, guys. We don't have time to worry about American politics. Like, do you know? Do you fucking know how much a box of strawberry costs right now? It cost me $7 the other day to buy strawberries. $7. That's literally an hour of part-time manager salary at any color. 1 hour of work for Riku Tazumi gets you 1 box of strawberry here. That's highway robbery. You guys are saying not bad? Where do you live? How about them bag of milks? I was hoping this chat didn't know about the bag milks. Now I know I'm gonna get memed on like I get memed on in Discord. People always send me pictures of the fucking milk bags, and you guys don't understand. It's much cheaper to buy the milk bags and just you get like 3 of them in one package. You guys just wouldn't understand. You get 3 of them. The only thing is, when you cut the opening, it's a science. You gotta do a small enough opening. It's gotta be big enough so milk pours in easily, but small enough that it doesn't splash everywhere. And then you need to put it like in the proper container. But anyway, now I don't even buy real milk anymore. Like, everybody just drinks soy milk, almond milk, etc. So true, besties. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I like to stock up, okay? I don't like getting out of the house that much, so the more milk I buy at the same time. Like, now if I go to the grocery store, I buy like 4 boxes of almond milk, and because you don't need to refrigerate them. Every horse girl deserves to treat themselves to a couple boxes of strawberries. Oh my god, thank you! I could buy 2 boxes of strawberries. Yay! I love doing my banana strawberries smoothie in the morning. It's so good, so fresh. They're all the same price here, like soy milk, almond milk, and oat milk. I think I prefer oat milk now, but I don't know. They're all like, I kind of just switch up. Just dropping by to give my favorite horse VTuber a tip. Here's hoping this blows over favorably and you can have a schedule again. Ah, thank you so much, Infinity T Lizard. Thank you for the super. I am getting burnt out on Nijisanji drama. I'm feeling... It's not that I'm burnt out. I'm just feeling bored of it and I'm ready to move on, I think. The legal stuff, though, I'm really interested in. I'm not getting bored of talking about it, but I'm getting bored of just... At first, I was watching everybody's content, and now I'm feeling a little burnt out on watching like a million videos on the same thing. Remember, that's Canadian dollars, so $7 is like a nickel. Okay, it's not that bad, but thank you for the super, Von Cobra. Strawberries for you. Hey, thank you, John. Huge. Feed a Rima Musume. Strawberries fun. Yay. Thank you, Kuasa. Thank you so much for the supers. You're really not getting away from the horse girl persona. Might as well call the community the Equine Inquisition. I like the Inquisition part. I think I'm gonna drop the equestrian allegations. Wait, do horse actually feed strawberries? When I go to my equestrian classes, I'm actually not allowed to feed my horse. But I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. I actually always bring my horse a cookie and I sneak it in. And I give it to my horse when no one's looking. I feel so sneaky when I do it. Horse loves strawberry, really? Okay, well at $7 the box, I think I'm gonna eat the strawberries myself instead of giving it to my horse. But I give him these flax seeds cookies. At first she was like surprised when I gave her the cookie. She wasn't eating it because she never gets treats, I guess. She just stood still like looking at me and I had to shove it in her mouth. Oh no, it's not a rich thing. It's there's mud everywhere, there's horse shit everywhere. It's really not like a chic thing like you see on TikTok. It's like a farm, there's a bunch of horses. You put boots that you don't care about, and you know, you just do sport. It's like my one sport, is my one activity of the week. I do not go out of the house, but I go once every week to do horseback riding. And it's been like a childhood dream of mine that I never like followed, and now that I'm an adult, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna treat myself to something I've always wanted to do. It's not my horse, it's the stable's horse. Like, it's, you know, I'm taking classes, but you get assigned a horse for like each level. All right, let's go back to the law, guys. No more horse talk. I feel like this is gonna be this is gonna follow me later on. This is gonna bite me in the ass. So one of the main key elements of legal's mindset breakdown of this situation was that the difference between Japanese culture on law and the Canadian culture on law. So they don't treat the lawyer-client privilege the same, and they won't treat confidentiality clauses the same. And no more horsing around, guys. Like, they just don't have the same ethical expectations as lawyers in general. So his hypothesis of the situation is that Selen's lawyer sent the documents to Nijisanji, and both parties signed a confidentiality agreement. But this confidentiality agreement might have meant different things for both parties. For the Japanese party, it might have been seen more as a polite request to not share the document with other livers. Whereas for Selene and her lawyer, they thought it was like a concrete legal agreement that this is going to remain private between us. What Nijisanji did is that they ended up showing the documents to the livers, and to that, Legal Mindset added that they might have not shown the full document to the livers, but it's very possible they also like wrote a summary of the points they thought were relevant to them. So you know what? 39 Daff was talking about like different documents and stuff. How'd she know? I don't know. I guess we'll find out later on whether there was multiple documents or one or whatever. So Nijisanji might have taken the confidentiality agreement as more of a request. For Selene's case, the toughest part is going to try to litigate solely over the last cup of coffee video. And on this point, Legal Mindset says it's going to be very hard for Selene to win that part of the case, based on the screenshots that we have and the evidence that came out so far, which is that one screenshot. But it still shows, and that is in own words, or like I'm paraphrasing, I guess, is that it goes strongly towards this being an abusive pattern of behavior towards Selene, i.e. it's a shitty company move. And he adds that these DMs can be used against them, which is a stupid move overall. So he doesn't understand why they showed these screenshots in the announcement stream in the first place. He says it was dumb. He says it can backfire against them in the court of law. And he also says that Selene's gonna have a tough case to win if she wants to litigate solely over the last cup of coffee. Now, that doesn't mean that she cannot try to litigate over other stuff. This is what makes this case so complicated. There's two different interpretations of law. Yeah, I think like there's gonna have to be a full team of lawyers that counsel on this, and you need different kind of experts that know different areas of the law. I think Selene may have a win on the case if there is more evidence beside what Vox showed. Yeah. Yeah, this is all based on the only evidence we got, which is the screenshots, which technically, even though the company majorly fucked up by not sending the contracts to the artist in time, by not getting her approval in time, etc., based on simple, like, black on white writing, Selene releasing the video without final approval might play a part in her, like, it's gonna be hard for her to win the case solely on that. That's basically what he's saying. And again, we have just so little information to go over for us to know so much about what could happen. Every time I've tried talking to a lawyer about this, all I got was like, there's just not enough information. I don't know. I can't tell you this in good conscience that it will go one way or another. Everybody refuses to elaborate, and they're like, what's... Even the term legal document is super vague. A legal document can be any kind of legal piece of paper. Like a birth certificate is also a legal document. So we don't even know what exactly has been signed. And Legal Mindset also mentions that he would really like to see this this confidentiality agreement, and I agree that a lot is riding on how that confidentiality agreement was worded. And from my lawyer, that's a friend, they often talk about some cases where people had some kind of written agreement together, but sometimes it's a weak written agreement and it's not super strong in the case. Inspect element is an easy way to fake screenshots. I don't fully trust those. What do you mean by inspect element? True, though those are cherry-picked DMs. Why? This is my question to you guys. Why did they not include her answers? But if we compare that to what the other livers are doing in the company, you establish selective enforcement? I think I missed the first part of your comment, but can you expand on that? What if that screenshot isn't complete? I saw that you have to show storyboard sketches since the beginning. Oh yeah, we're gonna go over that storyboard sketch thing in a bit. The artist commented on that claim. Thank you, IZ. Because it would be inconvenient to them. Because it paints them in a better light. But they're gonna come out at one point, right? They should know this. I feel like the comms doc says it well. It's probably because it would not make Niji look good. We can go over that comment a bit. Vox statement shift the burden of proof on Nijisanji to show that they didn't breach the confidentiality agreement. And then he comments on Vox's part, where Vox states that him and the other livers confronting Selene was never harassment in his opinion, and to that, legal mindset kind of adds that harassment is not an opinion, it's a legal analysis. Let's look at the harassment legal definition. It is criminal harassment, more commonly known as stalking, can be defined as harassing behavior, including repeatedly following, communicating with, or watching over one's dwelling home. This sort of behavior is against the law. Wait, actually, I need to... I should have put out the Canadian definition. I trolled. So it can be A, repeatedly following from place to place the other person or anyone known to them. This is from the Canadian website, by the way. B, repeatedly communicating with, either directly or indirectly, the other persons or anyone known to them. B, be settling or watching the dwelling house or place where the other person or anyone known to them resides, works, carries on business, or happen to be. D, engaging in threatening conduct directed at the other person or any member of their family. A workplace harassment is different. I didn't actually have time to prepare that stream so much, so my bad. This is, we're improvising. What is workplace harassment? I don't know if... Okay, this is from a website called legalline.ca. Anyone in the workplace can experience workplace harassment or be the cause of it, such as coworkers, supervisors, and customers. In addition, harassment can be experienced by any employee, regardless of whether the harassment was directed at them. For example, this can happen if the discriminatory comments or behavior of others results in a hostile or intimidating work environment. And another website states, physical and verbal abuse that offends or humiliates you. Generally, harassment is a behavior that persists over time. Serious one-time incidents can also sometimes be considered harassment. Not sure. Not sure I would take these website as like the right legal definition. You'd have to go like in the actual book and take that from here. No, Niji hasn't gone to court yet. So on recording, Legal Mindset comments that it's a one-party consent in Canada. Is it morally okay? I mean, Fox obviously thinks it's not. But he adds that if somebody's trying to snake you or you're being harassed, then you should do it. Can short stick of favoritism fall under harassment definition? I'm gonna write these questions down. And I'll ask him. Because these are good questions, and I don't want to pretend that I have the answer and spout nonsense when I don't. So we might as well just put this on the back burner and then circle back. Yeah, we need a lawyer with international contracts experience, which is extremely rare, but I feel like he's actually pretty knowledgeable. I'll check it out. Is that Ainz, is that the you're talking about the stream from this morning, right? And Legal Mindset ended the video saying that he had some concerns over Doki's lawyer sending Nijisanji the full document with all the information and her evidence. He said he could have summarized the document instead and protected her better there. So it's like a small criticism on that move. The first one you read was criminal harassment. Favoritism can and does fall into workplace harassment by favoring some individuals. You essentially neglect others. I see. So some of you guys mentioned the storyboard thing. Yesterday when we watched the stream, we actually saw that super chat come up, and I really understood it differently. But what this super chat says is that apparently the artist that did the final frame for Selene said she included the last frame without her knowing, but they ran with it because it was fitting for the music video. But wouldn't the frame still need to be copyrighted by AC before release? Oh wait, sorry, I'm confusing two things. Yes, the artists need to see the storyboard before the video. That's one thing, that's settled. And then this was another thing, because yesterday I thought this person was claiming that I thought they were like pro Doki bird, but they're actually trying to discredit her. And today the artist quote RT'd this, and she said that a friend of mine sent me this VOD because I was mentioned in it, and I have only one question: what's wrong with you? People who send such BS probably have never watched Selene to begin with, because she did talk on stream about the MV workflow, and I've never done anything like that. Hi murderers, welcome from Japan. Ohio. Yeah, I'm watching Tokyo Vice right now, and I can I feel like culturally it seems like the work culture in Japan is much tougher. But what does the CS mean with AC? What does AC stand for? Oh, any color. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, of course. So the artist that did the final frames for Selene said she included the last frame without her knowing, but they ran with it because it was fitting for the MV. I feel, doesn't this super chat go against the argument? The way I understood it was that they included her drawing without requiring any colors permission. So why are they LARPing on the fact that they didn't have the perms for the ex-Niji livers shown in the video? That's how I thought this super chat was worded. Armored core? Why are you all spamming armored core? Air conditions, that's the one I was thinking of. My final frame was shared with everyone involved in the project ever since it was sketched, and I didn't break any given guidelines. In fact, yeah, I remember her saying that too. Should have included the other tweets too. So yeah, Animal Crossing. The chatter trying to say that Scylla knew, but management didn't know. Oh. Oh, okay, so the chatter's trying to say that she tried to sneak it in or something. Why are you all spamming armored core? I don't get. Is this a ref that I'm not understanding? If this video was in the work for so long, why did management make any intervention before? That's what I'm wondering too. I also believe that a project like this should have supervision since inception, but of course that's not the case when you're Nijisanji and you have like a single manager for 10 people. There are many articles on people dying from overwork in Japan. It's actually a thing. Anyway, so now I'm not cute. I'm truly wicked. It's because it's a movie that I'm getting this? Oh, okay, so it's the audio. Right. French debuff, yes. Runkel's going to react to Niji's stuff. Is Runkel the Canadian lawyer? And the one girl that's crying? And the other girl that's consoling her, it's gonna be okay, Millie. Thank you for the membership, James. Anyway, so now let's go over a few Reddit posts that I've seen today. Illyra is done and nothing will change that. So this guy, OP here, posts that she's done and her career is over. Whatever you like it or not, but that's how the internet works. She presented herself as unlikable, malicious bully in that 15-minute video and started a game of destroy Illyra's career internet game. People enjoyed this. Counting decreasing sub number is entertainment now because internet perceives her as evil. And even if Kurosanji comes out with a statement taking all the blame, people will still continue to play this game, which was started by 3 Niji's talents. Super villains that can't beat the horse allegations. I'll become a better super villain. You guys will see. You guys will take me seriously by the end of this. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Illyra will be able to shed this whole controversy that's around her? It's a little sad to think that she's done. I like to think that she can make a comeback. And there's a lot of people who have done very controversial stuff in the past that still get to have a platform and still stream. I mean, 39 Daff is one of them. She hasn't done a lot of controversial stuff, but she's done some of them. Dr. Disrespect is another one. So once you got a big enough platform, I mean, okay, SSS Sniper Wolf is one of them too, right? Once you got a big enough platform, I guess you can sort of just try to continue creating content and keep your head down. But people are always going to remind you of those stuff. Like, I'm sure the comments or the people like mentioning that part of her career is always going to come back to her. I don't think Nuzagi's done controversial stuff, actually. He's, there was a lot of misinformations about this whole thing with him. And today, this wouldn't even be a discussion. Elira isn't big enough? I mean, she has 500k subscribers. That's a lot. She had more before. Did you see Kotoka's tweet? Kotoka made a tweet. Oh. I keep getting alerts on my stream, like the audio is not good, it said. Kotoka just said that she needed to take a break from, or she's been diagnosed with anxiety, maybe? And she needs to take a break from social media, which is understandable. Wolf caters to kids. They don't care about drama. Ooh, that's dark. Yeah, I think it was BS. Nuzagi was innocent. I mean, I don't want to talk about this for him and bring this back. But there's a lot of misinformation being spread around him. That's all I'll say. Is the 550k loyal to her or not? That I don't know. I'm sure she has like her loyal fans in there though, that are gonna follow her through thick and thin. But I don't know. I don't know how faithful they are to her. That I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I do. I haven't really watched her content so much. Okay, thank you for the audio stuff. She's lost 50k so far. Oh my god. Kotoka did repent though. I mean, Kotoka, when Sayu got terminated, she had a very icy cold statement about her. And that clip is in tomorrow's videos. Yeah, I'll put out the Kotoka tweet if you guys want to really go over it. But now she's one of the only livers that hasn't commented on the situation. She hasn't retweeted on the situation. So I feel like she's learning, right? Or she's repenting herself. In a way. Unless... Okay, so this is the tweet you guys wanted me to pull up. Apologies for the silence. I saw a doctor recently and what they diagnosed me with really proved to me that I needed time to mentally heal. I'll still upload songs since those are what keeps my mind off things, but streams will only happen when I'm well. Thanks for understanding. Well, good thing I pulled up the tweet. I don't know where I took this anxiety diagnosis from. I literally made that up. I have terrible memory. Yeah, good thing we pulled out the receipts. Yeah, I think she didn't want to do what she did last year. That's why I think like she wants to move on from the drama. And she's also been sucked in drama recently where Japanese fans were mad at her for like no reasons because they thought she was the one who leaked. She was the one who Mel confided into and who leaked this. General Butterscotch says, I can guarantee most of Illyra's remaining subs are people who haven't been active online in a while and somehow missed the drama so far. Not everybody's on Twitter though and aware of the drama. Like there's some people that are solely on YouTube. They log in, they watch like a few VTuber clips and they log out and they're completely unaware of the rest and the drama. There are some people that are solely VTuber watchers and they watch nothing else and they never go out of the platform that's YouTube. You can't say she did leak when you don't have proof of that. She did leak, but regardless, you guys are so dumb. She didn't leak it. Yeah, there's no evidence that she was responsible for the Mel incident at all. I think that was such a stretch. But we didn't even see that much of the backlash on the English side because most of it happened in the Japanese side. She was like one of the three or four livers who refused to, well, not who refused, who didn't retweet the announcement. So if that says anything, just gonna put this out there. Wish her the best. I didn't like the statement she did on Zion when she graduated. I watched that statement and my jaw just dropped. I was like, oh my god. And here, I'll put it up. Fuck it. But this is another thing I wanted to show you guys after. Wait, YouTube. Kotoka.
Can show the world something fascinating or cool. News? If not, I'm really sorry to the ones who genuinely came up for something fun and entertaining, like we always do. Sorry, I'll be talking about our gem mate Zion's termination today, and then afterwards, hopefully, I can talk about.
So this.
That's right.
Oh, volume is low. Yeah, it is. So why I'm pulling this video is that Nijisanji has clearly a pattern of behavior whenever there's somebody they have a strenuous relationship with, such as Zion or Selen, when they leave on bad terms. I don't know why. Instead of staying silent and just having like this generic PR statement, they feel the need to make their livers go live on stream and speak up about it. When the logical thing to do would be to tell your livers, stay out of it, don't say anything about it, you know, wish her good luck and move on, right? Like, I feel like that's what Hololive would say, maybe. Meat shields up! Meat shield procession! Formation! So, Finana made a statement, and then Kotoka went on live on stream, and it's like a 20-minute thing. She talks about it.
I know that I do have some Japanese viewers as well, so I'll be taking this topic, talking about this.
Yes, there's a comment in the chat saying Kotoka acted rashly, and I also believe that. And what I've been told is that Kotoka got told only one side of the story, but management, she had like a knee-jerk reaction. She went live on stream and said that. Let's see what she said.
Topic in both English and Japanese. I'll talk about this in English first. Oh, Slack message. And then after that, I'll talk in Japanese. Allow me to translate that in Japanese. 日本のね、視聴者さんもいると思うので、ごちゃ混ぜにな件についてはまず英語を説明できればな。1時間だ。はい、日本語で話せれば。 Alright. Where do we begin? So first things first, about the termination, obviously. Honestly, what's said in the announcement is pretty simple and clear, I feel like. She broke the rules, a lot of the rules.
It's pretty simple and clear, honestly. She broke the rules. A lot of the rules. God damn. It's possible she was one of the toxic ones at the time of Zion's termination, but had some kind of Darth Vader style redemption since then. Ooh. Sounds exciting. Did they pay her 30 silvers for
as
this?
the Exily member, really tried really hard. We tried really hard to discuss things over with her about her mistakes. We sometimes even fought with her for some things.
Might be the case for you, yeah. Ryumo.
We really did try helping her, and we did our best. The senpais were with us to help too.
That's the exact same words they did in Deliver's announcement. We really tried to help her. We actually cared for her, but she didn't want to listen. These girls, man, they're so stubborn.
But it turns out that we were just very unaware of the situation as a whole. And
again,
I guess
we're unaware of the situation as a whole. She's leaving out information. It's all about half-truth and hidden truths and lies. Same words.
It was too much to the point that we really couldn't do anything to stop this from happening. We did warn her about if she does take things too far, then she might have to go through consequences. But again, we couldn't stop her from doing the actions that she did.
We warned her.
So, and
told her why she's doing this.
My personal opinion about this is well, first of all, I don't know everything about her acts as a liver for Nijisanji, so I cannot speak to say that I am aware of all the situation or know the exact mistakes that she made that caused the problem. I'm not in know all about this.
Just type Kotoka Zion.
But based on some factors that I am aware of, I can say that
she's not evil.
I cannot agree
her
with the statements and actions that she did. I can say that. There's been a lot of things behind the scenes too. I'm very sorry if I'm like not clear with some of the things that I'm saying. I guess the second thing I want to say is that well, because when I first met her before debut, you know, to get ready for debut, I felt like I found like a really great friend when I was talking to Zion. She said that she felt the closest to me, and there's been times where like we would like talk for hours about like how bright our future is here, and we just had a bunch of really good ideas that we had in our minds, you know, for the future. And because that bond we had, because I really did just solely believe in her, it really is quite disappointing, I would say. And I'm disappointed that
why is she disappointed in her?
Myself that I couldn't do anything to stop.
What did she do to her?
From this from happening. So like for this, I know that I'm really bad with words, but I do want to say that I do want to apologize. I'm sorry for letting you down for this. I'm sorry that I had to bring bad news to you.
She's apologizing to her fans. She's not apologizing to Zion, by the way. She's apologizing for bringing bad news to them. while she's holding the knife. She backstabs Zion like Illyra backstabs Selen. Yeah, pretty much.
Deserve this. And this goes out to all the fans. Everyone who's watching, everyone who was a part of this, everyone who knew about us or knows about us, about the Beach Shipping Company. And especially to Zion's fans who waited for her. Who waited for her return. I'm really sorry for that. I might be, you know, I might be like that filthy.
She doesn't mention anything about Mel, guys. Stop saying that this is related to Mel. It's not. This happened months ago.
Stupid Yaru that slacks off on all the council works, and the Yaru that, you know, is not good with both Japanese and English. Just the person, the girl that is not knowledgeable about a lot of the common things around here. But I do know when someone is disrespecting the ones I love.
So now she's saying that she's disrespecting the one she loves.
Some of you may hear me live for the first time, actually. But I'm proud to say that I love Nijisanji. I love all the members that are here with me, here with us. I'm sad to see my gem mates having to apologize for this because, honestly, this wasn't their fault. And for all these reasons...
No, it's honestly, not new news, it's old news.
I don't know if I can say that I'm in the state to wish her good luck on her future ahead for now.
And that was the biggest thing. She says, I can't say that I'm in the state right now to wish her good luck. So there was something that happened behind the scenes, some kind of tension, or I don't know, maybe they showed her something that made her mad at Zion, but Zion's reaction to this video was like shock, and she like cried on stream and stuff. It was really sad. Also to mention, but Finana is another bootlicker that backstabbed both Selen and Zion. Yeah, but I'm only showing this because I'm pointing out the similarities. Thank you, Rima. In the Niji Liver's statement and this statement, and the repeated pattern of behavior from Nijisanji to always have their livers go out and do a public statement trashing somebody's character. They always resort to these character assassination attempts. And you could argue, okay, that they did not tell her to do that, but they should have told their livers, stay out of it and don't comment on it. Don't comment on it. Just say the, you know, PR speak, wish her good luck, and move on. I feel like that's what most professional corporations would do. Wait, you don't know about Mel? Where were you, bro? I'm sorry, okay. I hate to break this to you, but Mel got terminated from Hololive. It happened like a month ago. It happened a month ago, yes. It happened like on the 2nd day of 2024, and I have a video on it. No more Kapu Kapus. What did Finana do to Selen? Finana did pretty much the same thing Kotaka did. Like, her and Selen were really close friends. And she said that Zion... How do you guys not know about this? She said that Zion backstabbed her. There.
The recent news that happened.
I also have that video in my clip tomorrow.
And that was probably the craziest arc I've ever been through. With the recent announcement about Zion that happened, I actually have a lot, a lot of feelings that really welled up in me.
30 pieces of silver.
I
But-
believe on.
Okay, just saying, don't go harass Kotaka. I beg you, especially since she did a statement that she was in poor mental health right now. So, you know, this is all for edutainment, but I don't want this to leave this stream chat, okay? I'm counting on you guys.
What
The
was
cloppers.
mentioned on the termination thing, it mentions things like how she lied to other people and stuff, and I apparently happened to be one of those people actually. So I was feeling really depressed for quite a while. So I've never had that happen to me before, so it was really wild. But I hate that I'm a really
No,
nice
you guys
person
can't harass
sometimes
anybody,
and like to give others the
or you'll get
benefit of
banned
the
here.
doubt, but
And then no more clopping.
there was one time where I was trying to help her out. I gave her some advice, you know, to, you know, do it properly, but she didn't really listen to what I said, so that got her in trouble. And I thought it was a misunderstanding from staff side, so, you know, and this happened like during my vacation, my recent vacation, and I spent some of my time to sort of defend her a bit, but then I realized I got gaslit after that. I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize I was just gaslit the entire time, and I did all of that for nothing basically. So I felt really horrible about it, and I was really sad that she didn't really mention to me either about it or talk to me about it. So I felt really hurt for a while, and it was really bad. So
Harry might keep it up with that good stuff. Thank you. Thank you for the
never really
super,
improved
Mystic Tony.
on later on. So sorry if I'm stuttering a lot, but it was so horrible, and she was apologizing to me, you know, for things that she still did after.
Something smells fishy. Get it? I mean, I feel bad for all of them. Really, I actually feel bad for all of them.
You're apologizing, and I was like, okay, I think that might have been the last straw for me. So I'm just gonna back off and, you know, let staff take care of the rest. So it was a really rough time for me, but
Guess who lied?
I
Guess
kind
who
of
lied?
learned something from that experience, though, which is, I mean, I'm always gonna still give the benefit of the doubt for a lot of people, but
You guys are the worst.
I will try to be more careful next time. But I really did my best to help her. I actually tried my so hard. You had no idea. And nothing I did helped, and there was nothing else I could do.
This clip was uploaded to Twitter by
Thank you, Bees. I really like Bees' commentary, by the way. He usually has pretty good takes, so go check out his channel if you guys are interested. Bees Flylord. Here's the link to the video. So you guys were asking which Niji Ian were on definite hiatus. I mean, most of them I've been keeping silent, so we don't really know. But this Reddit post from 14 hours ago says that Elira, Rosemi, and Victoria did not show up to Kyo's graduation stream. Now, it's not too terribly odd for a few Nijian members not being able to show up to fellow members' graduation. Victoria even streamed a few days prior, so she might have just not have the time to attend. However, concerning Elira and Rosemi, I hope Rosemi's okay. Illyra obviously had that infamous stream on her YouTube channel. Since then, she has radio silent. I think that's what she needs to do, though. I think she just needs to take some time off. Her PL account, if it's really was hers, was also changed a few times before being deleted. Oh, I didn't read the whole post. I kind of just threw it in there. And I didn't even know she had a PL account or who it is. I saw she hasn't streamed for a week already. Who are you talking about, Paolo? Are you talking about Rosemi? Rosemi has been completely silent since February 5th, and February 5th is the graduation announcement for Selentetsky, so it's been quite a while ago. And considering that Selen was her gen mate, I wouldn't be surprised if she hasn't had the energy or mentality to appear anywhere. Now I can think of a few reasons for them not being there. They're both either going to be terminated or graduate soon. Okay, we're jumping to conclusions really fast. I can see them both not wanting to stay in the company much longer, or they might have done something that management doesn't like. 2, they simply didn't have time to attend. Or 3, in Illyra's case specifically, she declined to join so that she wouldn't turn Kyo's graduation stream into a hate frenzy. Like, what about 4? They're taking some time off to deal with to take care of their mental. And also, it's a crazy time for an EG liver to be on the internet right now. I think that's the most plausible explanation. I don't know why we're starting right off the bat with they're gonna get terminated. Oh, you're talking about Finana. Oh, she hasn't streamed also. Okay, yeah. I mean, I get the liver's not streaming right now. Yeah, I already went over the legal mindset stuff. If somebody has nothing nice to say, it's better to keep quiet. 100% agree. It just looks extremely professional. Imagine you're working in an office and somebody gets fired, and then you're shit-talking that person that got fired to your coworkers even. Even that looks bad. When somebody keeps shit-talking somebody to me, it makes like alarm bells ring off. Because that means if they're shit-talking somebody else to me, that means they're shit-talking about me to somebody else. Like, somebody that's really lip loose is never a good thing. Vivi retweeted the retweet, so I don't know about her. They were probably told to retweet the tweet. Oh yeah, that thing. Alright, so the last thing we have on the menu today is this document. Let me check if it looks fine. Yeah. Sorry, not to downplay mental condition, but it started to sound more like an excuse not to stream. Well, I mean, whether or not it's like to take care of their mental health or whatever, would you stream if your chat would be spammed with messages? Why did you do this to Selen? Doki bird, hashtag free bird, hashtag sing the yacht? Nah. You're going through controversy. You keep your head down and you take your break from the internet. You go touch grass. You go spend time with your family. You put your priorities back in order, and then you move on. That's what anybody should do in face of controversy. Yeah, everybody's cooling down. It doesn't even have something to do with like her mental health. It's just you don't want to stream through people harassing you, sending you mean messages, or even memeing on you. Do you think it's weird that Kunai from Niji TTT, what's TTT, follows Kyo Kaneko's PL account? Well, no, they're friends. They probably want to keep in touch after he leaves Nijisanji, so following his PL account makes sense. But I guess what you're underlining here is that Nijisanji forbids people to interact with people that have graduated from the company. I'm assuming that's why you're saying that. I don't know if that's the case with people that graduated on good terms. Oh, TTD is the wave name. Bro, they have like random names. How am I supposed to remember that? But what are you gonna say? What do you mean? Why not just post? That sounds reasonable. Why would you post? Why would you say anything? People aren't even ready to hear their side out. People right now just want to like dick on Nijisanji. Whatever she says, her stands are gonna approve it, and the anti-Niji people are gonna disapprove it. It's gonna get picked apart. She's gonna have even more heat on her, and it's gonna stir up the controversy again. So really, the best thing to do is to stay quiet in these kind of situations. I remember that when I tried to do like a graphic sheet of all the Nijisanji livers that had graduated in each branch, and I remember thinking, what the fuck are these crazy branch names? I was so confused why these were the names. And also there were so many graduations that I could not fit them on a single screen. So I abandoned that project. I spent like 3 hours trying to put this graph together, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it. I give up. There's too many, I can't keep up. I hate you, Hecate Artworks, for typing that. They come from name generators, and they have like numbers and stuff in them. It's a little weird. Anyway, let's go over this refutation of Selen, Tatsuki / Doki Bird and Nijisanji Ien, a different truth. So you know how yesterday we went over the Niji Festo? I kind of wish you did showcase the retention rate, but I did. Wait, let me pull up my script. Hold up, I'm pretty sure I did. So, Nijisanji has right now 183 livers, and 35 of them have graduated. But if you count all livers ever employed by Nijisanji, it was 233 livers, and 73 of them have graduated. And what's included in that list are the 2 branches they launched before getting the name Any Color, when they were Ichikara Entertainment. And I didn't count into that the academy, I think. You know, the virtual live academy that all got fired. I didn't count these names into these numbers. So, yeah. 73 graduates is not bad. Damn, you guys are good at maths. Why they keep going on and can't get moving on? Do you mean why do people keep applying? Because Nijisanji's as popular as Hololive in Japan. And people love Nijisanji in Japan. Like, I have a friend who lives there, and she says that she has friends that love Nijisanji even more than Hololive there. They're like a household name. They're huge. 30% mortality rate. I'm wheezing. Yeah, that's their role model. It's profitable for them. Okay, so this document is here to serve as a refutation to that refutation. By the way, I haven't read this yet, because I had very little time to prepare. And to point out the flaws in the argument presented. Due to writing this out relatively quickly, my sourcing will be more scarce than the document I'm replying to. Oh, I kind of wish the sources was there, though. I do like a good source document. But I hope that it will not diminish the arguments I'm going to make. First of all, he goes on to say that this was an orchestrated campaign of misinformation, which surprised me. So let's see what he has to say about this. First of all, let me begin by saying that the document I'm replying to is most likely a document that was made specifically to smear Selene in this conversation and to unify the narrative of Nijisanji defenders. The first point to note is a tweet that this document was posted in... Wait, what is this? Oh, they deleted it. Okay. If one looks at the quote tweets, one might notice a pattern. Almost every... They deleted it. I wonder if they deleted it after this came out. So the sources trust me, bro. Almost every positive response to the document reads nearly identical. And many of the accounts sharing it not only did it in a short amount of time, but also have associations with being Nijisanji fan accounts. Well, that part makes sense. Like, of course, the Niji side will share this. One could be forgiven if they thought it was botted waves of response, but they are not. This is a screenshot of a Discord, a daily reminder of Sister and Bro's Army private Discord. We're gonna use this Discord to fight back against DG haters and their lies, to show the truth about Selene's true self, and to coordinate our support to all the livers. Or simply to talk with each other without the whole of F-word, interferences and baits. Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful about reading the document. But if you don't want to join, it's totally fine. We're not leaving the site. We're still going to be there to fight with you, flagging debaters and bringing positivity for the livers and fans. Hashtag by bringing other people down. The document was deleted too? You mean the Niji Festo? The one we read yesterday was deleted? Not too long after the situation started, fans of Nijisanji congregated to multiple different places to plan and coordinate attacks against Selene and to protect Nijisanji. Some of those people leaked some of what was and is going on in those private discords. Damn, there's spies everywhere. These people are like, the fact that they're bringing holo fans in this, what's the point? This is super tribal. From what I understood, since I am keeping almost everyone at an arm's length at this point for my own image, they want to effectively speak to their friends about their truth so that a grassroots coordinated pushback turns public sentiment around. The discussion on Discord is infantile, with several livers providing absurd suggestions and engaging in asinine thought experiments about how they can turn sentiment around. From what I gather, a recently graduated liver will lay the groundwork. What? Since they would be bound only by the non-disparaging agreement and the non-disclosure agreement, allowing them to provide information about certain topics with no particular risk. Other graduated and terminated livers have refused thus far to engage because they may or may not be signed with other agencies. One particular liver stated that if that sentence doesn't make sense. One particular liver stated that if that are going to go through with this, they would have to go through proper channels, and everyone else fell in line. They will likely pitch it as providing information anonymously to their friends in their influencer sphere so they could restore Nijisanji's and any color's image in the West. I don't have the smallest of inklings whether any color management will agree. The PR managers that have been effectively tutoring us have been very kind and professional. I do not get the sense of impending doom, but it's clear the branch will be restructured once the personnel that Nijisanji is looking for gets hired and oriented. Okay, first of all, this is like a screenshot from 4chan about somebody talking about the Afronoted Discord here. So I take this with a grain of salt. I'm curious if this whole argument of orchestrated campaign misinformation relies on this screenshot because it's pretty weak evidence. I don't get the PR manager part. What? The PR managers that have effectively been tutoring us have been very kind and professional. What do you mean? What do you mean? This did get written before Daft's offline chats logs got leaked? Let's keep on reading. Maybe it'll make sense later. This is a warning for potentially the largest smear campaign in the VTubing and streaming industry, if true. A leaker has mentioned that some livers are trying to design a huge truth campaign against Selene. Oh, okay. But which livers? Some livers within Niji? They're talking... I feel like this is the... We've entered the realm of conspiracy theories. They're talking to graduated livers, influencers, and Twitter personalities first before releasing something against Selene. In the future, if something seems off or very suspiciously one-sided, there's manipulative intent. Remember how they tried to smear Selene 2 times already? They will not stop until they win back the court of public opinion to their side. That's not gonna happen, by the way. Through manipulative means, fucking play fair, idiots. Also, they're trying to censor the truth through disinformation campaigns. Be careful, bros. There's a lot of imposters among us here. While 4chan not often the most reliable source and it contains a lot of undue speculation, they have also been known to uncover information like this. If this was just a post and nothing else, it would be dismissed as just false. Yeah, we kind of said that. But we have already seen the proof of coordination. He means this? That's just one thing. The Discords, the way that... I believe that there are surely Discords like this, yeah, but we don't know how big they are. The Discords, the way that the quote tweets to the documents on Twitter are near identical in the wording they use and were written in short spans of time. It all comes together to paint a clear picture of what this is all about. I don't know if this is a clear picture. I think that's kind of a strong word to use here. Couldn't verify the Twitter stuff. The post I'm about to analyze is not neutral. It was never meant to be. What it is doing by using the cover of neutrality seems to seem reasonable, while at the same time constantly admonishing Selene and praising the company. It's a good way to manipulate people, always taken straight from Mediator's handbook, regardless, onto the claim. That moment when Niji's sisters make VT look good. I mean, those kinds of discords where people rally to brigade on somebody or to hate on somebody is very common in the VTubing community. And companies like Hololive, Nijisanji, VShoujo often have to fight back and report these discords where sometimes even private informations get leaked and shared. I mean, the court of public opinion isn't going to be swayed anytime soon. Every time somebody's going to type Nijisanji in Google, these articles about them, these large videos made by Asmongold, Moist Critical, Murahar. Oh my god, I just had a flashback of the parody video we watched. Asmongold just made 3 videos on this. I that was so gold. You know, all of that's gonna stay. It's gonna stay forever. Oh, is this all going to be 4chan stuff? The whole thing? Let's keep on reading and then we'll decide. These arguments ignore the fact that all parties involved are adults who signed... Okay, this is the part of the Niji statement he's stating. So the first part of the statement was like, you signed a contract, you're an adult, live with it, stop whining. So OP replies to this saying, being an adult who signs a contract does not prevent that contract from being exploitative, or the company holding it being exploitative either. In fact, many companies use and design contracts in such way as to retain most power in a worker-employer relationship. Black companies, something that Nijisanji is being called currently, do not just abuse their workers, they usually shackle them, an exploitative contract as well. As an example, we can provide another Japanese company involved in entertainment, Konami. From what has been alleged, people they found underperforming in various sectors of their company were assigned menial tasks. Is it legal? Yeah, because of their contracts. They were asked to clean gyms, work at Pachinko machine factory? Is it morally acceptable? You tell me. I personally do not think that being reassigned to menial tasks when your manager doesn't like you is fine at all. And yes, these are all adults. People who work in black companies, also adults. Being an adult is irrelevant. Where contracts and black company are involved, regardless of being an adult, one can be roped into a contract or company that turned out to be bad. 100% agree. Also kind of what I was trying to say. Yeah, you can always just graduate. If it's that bad, why are you still there? Clearly, there are many restrictions on corporate livers than independent VTubers, says being in such a company is not for everyone. Being part of Japanese VTuber agency means you represent a corporation. I'm gonna like cross-read this because we already read this yesterday. Notably, many criticisms directed toward Nijisanji are symptomatic of how other Japanese VTubing corporations work. Oh, it's that whole argument with copyright. That's why they're so anal about approval. Because getting copyright struck sucks when you're a corporation. Hololive does the same. And the Niji Festo ends here with saying other EN livers who got as much as they could from being Nijisanji or wanted to pursue less restrictive creative avenues chose to end their contracts and graduation amicably. For example, Nina, Mista, Pomu, Puff, and Kyo are some of them. Zeon Lenza is often used as a gotcha when it comes to Nijisanji without taking into account the detailed statement of activity rule breaking within the short couple of months she was active, published upon her termination. Konami made Pachinko machines using Metal Gear Solid though. Or do you like them more because they used Metal Gear Solid stuff? Yeah, that's a good point, James. Imagine being covered by the 4 horsemen of the career apocalypse, Charlie, Mutahar, Asmongold, and finally the horse girl Rima. I love that. Everyone who is in the VTuber community or is a fan of corporation VTubers know that corporations that operate in Japan are restrictive, especially so due to the lack of fair use laws. However, not all corporations are made the same, and the way that ND Color operates is not the same way that Hololive operates. The document brings up Hololive as an example, but the problem is that these companies cannot be equated. From what we are aware of, after the copyright strikes, Hololive reorganized itself. That such an event did not repeat. From what we know, their manager also heavily involved with the livers. Unlike any color, Hololive encountered a problem and then solved it. Did the person who wrote the document watch my stream or what? Because I've been saying the same thing. No, you... Rima is the horse. I didn't get the horse... The horse reference that you guys try to rope me into. God damn it. I didn't say I loved being the horse. We were talking about Horsemen of Apocalypse. I thought being this... I thought it fit with my supervillain lore, okay? That's it. That's it. What we have here is a misdirection. The conversation has never been about the copyright of Last Cup of Coffee. Selene had the permission from the original creator of that work. Her video was taken down because it featured ex-Nijisanji livers, and for the record, those models of ex-livers are the property of any color. It is their work. The conversation has always been about how Nijisanji management is woefully inadequate, which was amplified in the screenshot of Discord conversation between Selene and her manager, and how her manager, when asked questions, did not respond for 36 hours. Whoa! Whoa, we're spoiling my video. It's only coming out tomorrow. Chill, chill. Man, this is almost word for word what I've been saying. Back to the stables, Rima. Oh no. To bring up other livers who graduated on good terms is also a misdirection. Nina Kozaka, currently Matarakan, and Mr. Rias Keinankuro have both expressed that the management of Nijisanji has been bad. Yeah, we also said that yesterday. When they joined Vishojo, they could be caught talking about how strange it is for them to have an actual manager to help them. There's these two videos. I'm sure you guys have seen them. The document I am responding to is trying to weave a very sneaky narrative. They're trying to associate Selene's termination with Zion's, implying no wrongdoing on Nijisanji's part, while portraying the other livers who left in a positive light. How convenient. Selene's no profit claim. Nobody serious is making the claim that Nijisanji is not profitable for its livers. It has been long known that being corporation VTuber is more profitable than being an indie, in no small part due to the influx of guaranteed fans that will come to a streamer that is associated with a big corporation. Doki Bird also never made that claim. What she said is that she did not make any profit due to investing that money in her personal project. That has never been a problem, but the document is trying to make it seem like a claim that is made as a way to make a straw man, an easy way for the document to establish that it's just trying to seek for truth. The current judgment here is, well, what I think that we haven't, that's not what the document said yet, but what I think is that it was, we never said that Nijisanji is not profitable. The problem is when people invest some of their own money and they get cock-blocked by managements, by mismanagement and incompetence, and they end up losing out money because of them. That's where the problem arises. What the document conveniently fails to mention is that many of the projects that Selene invested her own money in were cancelled by management. Okay, here we go. He's making the same argument as me. Whoa, same brain cell. So Selene had a tournament also being cancelled in the past, and she also had a contest to which she had to pay from her own pocket. The Fall Guy tournament was cancelled by management, and then they forbid Selene from making any more international tournaments. Her Last Cup of Coffee cover was taken down by management. These are but two of multiple other examples of Selene making something, putting work and money into it, only for management to wait till that effort is expended to cancel it all. She also said, when she was talking about the tournament, that she had to negotiate with management a lot. Yeah, she broke stupid rules, broke them nonetheless. That's why Legal Mindset said that it was going to be a difficult case to win if it's just over the last of copy litigation. What she didn't deserve was the libel and slander. Hard agree. Yeah. Just looks awful on them too. It's very convenient how the document I'm responding to just failed to mention the simple fact of Selene not minding spending money in personal projects, the problem instead being the Nijisanji management canceling her works at the finish line. Yeah, when you're done too. I don't have any qualms about her being terminated. It's how she was terminated and how she was treated before said termination that has us mad. Very well said. The document in question also brushes past the 2% for merch sales fact. I will not. Nijisanji as a company pays 2% of merch sales earning that their livers. This is by far the lowest percentage in the entire industry. The document compares Nijisanji to Hololive many times while failing to mention that Nijisanji does everything worse than Hololive does. I just remember that clip that we watched earlier where he's like, I should fucking only pay you guys 1%. I'm gonna rewatch that video before I go to bed tonight. It's so gold. It's just so good, bro. While talking about money, the document also fails to mention that some of these payments that Selene made were to artists that were not paid by Nijisanji when they were supposed to. Projects that were not her own personal expenses, but her covering for the company that refused to pay artists. Yes, yes, that was also one of my arguments. Very good. This being one of many artists coming out and saying straight up to Selene gave them the money to cover the expense that Nijisanji management was supposed to cover. But either didn't do it or were late in doing so. Oh, you know what that reminds me? I kind of want to react to that one Kyo video did where he got some people to submit work experiences with Nijisanji. 3. Selene's termination. What this proves is that Selene had all of the relevant permission to post her cover. The document tries to reframe the situation as well. Selene didn't wait for confirmation when Selene already had taken care of all the copyright permission. Not only did it take over 24 hours for management to reply, the reason the video was taken down is because the video contained images of ex-livers. As a reminder, livers in a corporation like Hololive and Nijisanji do not own their models. These models are owned by the corporation. So what we have here is Selene using material of the corporation she is working in. So once again, the management is messing up badly. Yes, but apparently, I don't know. They claim they have to ask permissions anyhow. Doki was shocked when manager San told her they could get sponsors to pay for expenses on projects. Yeah, I saw that. What Selene has stated on her Dokiber Twitter is that after her attempt of self-harm, she wanted to leave the company and as such retained the services of a lawyer who was meant to facilitate this. According to her, the manager lawyer of Nijisanji failed to respond to her own lawyer, and thus the lawyer was then given a document by Selene to be given to Nijisanji as to explain what she has experienced and why she wanted to graduate. Instead of responding, Nijisanji terminated her. The document being interpreted as a threat and given to livers of Nijisanji is a mess up of Nijisanji. There is a reason why 2 hours after the stream of Illyrev, Vox, and Ike, they released a statement that they were legally in the right. Because they knew that they were in trouble for sharing information they were told not to share with anyone. This was them covering their butts. There is no need to believe that Nijisanji is an evil company to see their statement as full of holes. Dokiber never made the bullying claims public. Nijisanji, on the other hand, stated that the livers were allegedly involved in the bullying, something that Dokiber tried to avoid in her statement. For those not familiar with corporation, this is a really scummy corporation tactic that they use to prevent anyone to ever respond to them over their wrongdoing. Admitting to fault, either in writing or recorded word, clears the corporation of legal liability. Whatever happens, it makes the corporation right. This is very immoral and something I personally have experience with. These are not things done by good corporation. These are the kinds of actions taken by corporation who are in the wrong and try to pressure their employee to admit that. They clearly outlined that actions they think she took to terminate her. There is a large difference between reality and what corporation claims to be a reality. Doki did say that she expected a leak, yeah. I mean, they wrote this in 2 hours. I'm wondering if they had that prepared in advance, because we've never seen Nijisanji respond that fast to anything, ever. Like, ever. And this was written by a lawyer, right? So I'm wondering if they had preemptively written this. Is Nijisanji EN really full of bullies? I will apologize in advance for being personal on this stage, but I have to be. Oh. This statement feels like it's either written by a naive child or someone who knows that they're lying. Okay. Why is Nijisanji so adamant to denying these claims of bullying? Because corporation will always deny wrongdoing. Legal Mindset did say that. Corporation will always deny wrongdoing. Even when they're clearly in the wrong. They have to. They actually have to. Corporations do not care about morality. They care about profits and legality. That is true. If a corporation admits to wrongdoing, they automatically lose any case they might otherwise have. This is why corporations do not admit to wrongdoing even when they can. There is a reason why human resources, something that is meant to help employees of corporation, is a known joke in society, because these kinds of departments do not care about the workers. What they do is that they try to silence the victims and hide the victimizers to protect the corporation. Okay. Human resources are there to make the company more efficient, and sometimes that means making your employees happier too. So I wouldn't say that all human resources try to silence victim and hide victimizers, because that's not always the case. I think that's a generalization, but there are HR departments that do that. But like, I know a very granola hippie kind of woman that works in human resources, and she would never do that. So it's not every corporation that do that. Even if Livers or manager in Nijisanji bullied Celine, they would fight against these claims, even if the corporation knew, because their reputation is more important to them than anything else in the world. That is how workplace abuse and abuse are allowed to go unchecked in many corporations until they blow up in scandals like Blizzard Entertainment. It's funny how we even use the same examples. Even if a person has a case against a corporation due to power imbalances, it's almost impossible to sue a corporation unless it is done as a class action lawsuit by hundreds of people. Yeah. Lawyers and legal fees cost money, a lot of money. It's a known tactic by corporations to intentionally stall court judgment and to impede the progress of trials, because in doing so, they are running down the clock. If they can hold out for long enough, the person suing the corporation will run out of money for legal fees. What matters is not who is right, but who has more money. Yeah, I said that. This is true. That's why I was worried for Doki. The reason why this person put that in the document is because the person who wrote the like Nijisanji defense statement kept claiming that Doki Bird is walking back on her stance of wanting to sue the company according to them. When she never said she wanted to sue them, by the way. She just... That's Nijisanji who said that she wanted to hold them accountable for mismanagement. Lying and ignoring complaints in HR and US corporate settings. Yeah, I mean, I've heard about this too, but it's not all HR that are meant to do that. Like, their main goal is to make the employees more productive. So there's this whole cult right now of like toxic positivity work environment. Like, you know how the Walmart people, they have to do this chant every morning and they have to like hold each other by the hand. All of that is to make it just a little bit more alluring for you to work at their company and to keep you happier, to keep you more productive. So is it for the benefit of the company? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But sometimes like your employees' happiness aligns with the company's goal too. And when these two goals align, this is where HR should come in. Now, is there abuse in HR? For sure. For sure. Is there burying under the carpet? Yeah. I'm sure it happens. Walmart is a cult. What the document conveniently fails to mention is that we know for a fact that while Selen was incapacitated due to her attempt on her own life, Nijisanji management used her account to make messages. To try and pretend that people have no reason to question the validity or action is silly and misleading. This suspicion only exists because people know for a fact that Nijisanji has done this before. Oh, really, Susie? I worked at Walmart. I never heard of that, but there is a zero-tolerance policy for any form of harassment. I've seen a couple documentaries on that. I'll try to find them. I mean, maybe in those documentaries, they only pick like the most extreme cases of Walmart management. My current job to keep us happy because we travel, we get $30 a day for meals and we don't have to give back. And when we have to travel on the weekend, we get $100 per day. Yo, lit. Okay, where were we? We were here. Neither is infantilizing to acknowledge the power that Nijisanji has over its livers as a corporation that they are contracted to. Some of the livers in question live in Japan on work visas. This argument has also been brought a lot by the lawyer. For example, he said that because Illyra is in Japan right now, she's heavily dependent on any color for her work visa, which might affect, you know, the moves that she makes or the stuff that she says. It may or may not affect the stuff that she says. Let's just leave it at that. Others are financially dependent on Nijisanji. We also do not know what kind of clauses their contracts have. Corporations can take control of a lot of aspects of your life regardless if you're an adult or not. What I want the readers to pay attention to is just how many times this document minimizes the power that Nijisanji holds over its livers. How many times there is a pretense that Nijisanji is just like other companies and how people working under it are perfectly happy with it because otherwise they would say otherwise, it is by design. The document's meant to be neutral, meant to look reasonable, but while doing so, it manipulates public opinion. Unironically, Nijisanji should hire whoever wrote the thread I am responding to because they are very much are adept of PR speak and manipulation, a lot more adept than whoever writers Nijisanji notices. If she gets fired, she has 2 weeks to get a new job or leave the country. Yeah, that adds like a level of dependency to Nijisanji for sure. You will get nothing and you will be happy. She may be under the impression that Niji is good because it's been good to her in her opinion. Yeah, she might be under some kind of survivor bias. That's true. I mean, her experience with Nijisanji might be different than her experience than Sayu's experience with Nijisanji or with Selene's experience with Nijisanji, and she has the right to hold this opinion and to find that her company treated her well if they did. That's totally in her right. I just don't think you have to throw Selene under the bus for it. This discrepancy, like, I would just tell the company, leave me out of it, you know? I'm happy here, leave me out of it though. Discrepancies in Selene's statement. Not what I covered before, which is the appetizer. The author of the original document made sure to only stick to lies of omission and half-truths to convey a narrative. In this chapter 5, they directly start lying and contradicting their own document, while ironically enough covering Selene's contradictions. Selene wants to move on, but has stated that she was the initial party to hire lawyers and threatened to go public with claims backed by her legal document. She now claims this document will never go public. Yeah, this is the part of the document that I had the most problem with. What Selene has stated is that she wanted to graduate peacefully and was ignored by Nijisanji until she asked her lawyer to send a legal document. She has never said that she threatened to go public with the document. No, only the Niji party said that. Any color's termination statement for Selene states that she has demanded that any color should be held responsible, claims that she was being harassed by other affiliated livers due to mismanagement, and that should negotiations fell through, she would proceed to release a statement regarding her claims to the public. Selene claims Vox's voice recording was not malicious, and it accidentally slipped there. And then they question like, how was it an accident, blah blah blah. None of this is a discrepancy. Also, bringing in the claims of Vox, who has been caught directly contradicting himself on this matter, does not help your case. For the record, Vox stated in his video posted on Elira's channel that he read the document. What Nijisanji stated afterward was that they were only given parts of it, so Vox has already been caught in a lie. Legal Mindset also pointed that exact thing out. And he said that because Vox Akuma said that he thoroughly read that statement, that now the burden of proof is gonna shift on Nijisanji, and he said whichever lawyer looked over that statement really fucked up leaving that in. Selene, by her own admission, has gotten too heated in the moment, sent messages to her manager so extreme that her friends have questioned her decision. I'm gonna skip over some of the white text because I'm losing my voice. And I'm just gonna read the important part. Plus, we've read the whole thing like at length yesterday. Selene being heated in no way contradicts Niji being mismanaged of her being treated badly. It's not a contradiction. As far as to why she doesn't release screenshots, it's because she legally can't. Japan has a very strict law on defamation and she might be under an NDA. She also made it clear that she always wanted to keep this between the lawyer on both sides. Also, whatever she releases might be used against her. I think the argument could be just plain and simple, just that. For someone who is alleged to have damning evidence of harassment and toxic workplace environment, it's strange that Selene suddenly brings up difficulties in translation of legal document, multiple lawyers, and complications in communication, walking back from her initial stance of "I will not be silenced" and shifting the blame to potential miscommunication errors. She's not shifting and she's not walking back. What? There being possible miscommunication between legal teams and there being proof of workplace harassment are not contradictory statements. Yeah, they're not contradictory. I also don't get the white text here. Selene makes a speculative statement in response to Illyra's video. It makes me wonder if my medical hospital and record bills were released without my consent, before clarifying later on that the diagnosis was not released. This speculation, then backtracking no matter the intentions, is a consistent behavior from Selene. The answer is her publicly speculating on shared information is not contradiction to anything she said. Selene's response focuses heavily on how she feels. Selene did not start this. She tried to keep this private and asked Nijisanji for graduation. Then they terminated her and forced her to respond. This was all started by Nijisanji. If we're talking about the entire public sphere, once again, the author of the document takes what Nijisanji did and puts the blame on Selene. This is by design. A diagnosis is medical info. But have they seen the diagnosis? Maybe they haven't seen it. Where are we? Likewise, Selene plays heavily on emotion in her most recent statement, such as I'm not perfect and I have faults. I had to watch my dad cry and break down in front of me. Oh yeah, that was horrendous to read. Using the emotional reactions of her family member to shield herself from blame in a situation which is increasing complicated, seems manipulative and deviates from the heavily fact and evidence-based statement from other parties. Both Nijisanji and Selene have used emotional statements. Selene in her tweets and Nijisanji through the livers in Illyra's video. Oh, right on! We exactly said that yesterday. Neither side has provided any proper evidence that claims besides a single Discord interaction with Nijisanji. Both sides have used the same level of language and the same level of evidence, but the writer of the document tries to make them seem different, like Selene is the emotional one, while Nijisanji's are fact-based. And yeah, I agree with that. The Nijisanji statement with the black screen and the livers was very emotional too. Oh, okay, she mentioned that just her diagnosis was shared. Though that was the last... Wait, where is it? Oh, thankfully only my diagnosis and reason for hospital stay was reported. Okay. Well, I guess part of it was shared. What is the truth? Only Selene and the evolved Nijisanji and parties will ever know the full sequence of events. This is the language of manipulation, when one makes a document while spinning a specific narrative and then as people come to their own conclusions. This statement is made to make the reader feel smart. Because they have read the document and came to their own conclusion, it means to pretend that the author did not try to spin a narrative, that they are just stating facts, when in reality, they were doing anything but. Only Selene and the involved Nijisanji and parties will ever know the full sequence of events that led to this point. Please view these statements alongside the previous paragraph and come to your own conclusion with the knowledge you may already have of the situation. Notice how this statement puts blame on Selene but fails to mention any possible mismanagement on the company. The only thing said badly on this statement about Selene, like she is the only one at fault, a narrative is being weaved. Fox believed he was manipulated by Selene's partial truth. omitted context, and blatant lies into a state of anger against the company to the extent he considered graduating with her. Vox has been caught lying in his public statement, but is that really a strong argument? Because he lied about one part of the statement. Does it discredit his whole statement? I think I would have just left that part out. Not necessary. Remove the weak arguments and only keep the strong ones. Celeste wanted to leave on amicable terms and got herself the service of lawyers to facilitate the communication between her and Nijisanji. According to her timeline of events, Celeste got fired not because she threatened to sue, but because she wanted to leave and sent Nijisanji a document that outlined why she wanted to leave. Celeste blames any color and other Nijisanji EN livers for preventing her. For preventing her continued streaming, as well as for perpetuating a toxic environment where she was a victim of harassment, despite allegedly being given multiple opportunities to graduate amicably prior to this final build-up, and even telling other livers she was planning to graduate several times prior. She repeatedly changed her mind and continued working on this environment. I repeat, Celine wanted to leave. Where's the part that states that? I feel like I wish he put the receipts to that. Because now I don't have the visual representation of it. That's why I always put the visuals on my videos. Connect the brain dots, you know? Fox use gaslighting voice. It can put Vox characters in question, I'll agree. It doesn't totally destroys it, but if you have two narrators, you go with the most reliable one. Yeah, it kind of makes you trust it less, I suppose. No, he's just a VTuber that works for Nijisanji. An important note, I do not mean this maliciously. I truly believe this may provide an important perspective on many of her patterns of behavior in the past 2 years, including impulsive and drastic reactions she later regrets, overspending on personal projects, and feeling pushed to the edge in the days following the privatization of her cover, an influx of messages of confusion and worry by other livers. People constantly state her attempt as concrete evidence of active bullying from within the company, and this is a suggestion of how this may not be the case. Warning, from here on out my language is going to be a little toxic. Oh, shit. The entire chapter 7 is some of the most abusive stuff I've ever seen for a long time. The author of the document says that they are not bringing up any mental health problems of Selene maliciously, that she wants to provide an important perspective. Bullshit. This entire chapter only exists to say one and only thing. This person has mental problems. They can't be trusted. True. Yeah, that's true. And this is copied a pitch perfect from an abuser's handbook. This entire chapter is meant to cast, from an abuser's handbook. I don't know if we need to bring up the abuser's handbook. It definitely is copied from like what a lawyer would do. It's something a lawyer would say too to discredit somebody's character in a court case. I think it would have been more appropriate to bring up this example instead. This entire chapter is meant to cast shade on everything Selene has done and said because of her any possible mental problems. The person who wrote this document I am responded to is a disgusting, wretched creature. I haven't seen that word used in a while. A wretched creature with no sense of morality or right or wrong. They are bottom-feeding scum of the earth. Wait, there's an actual handbook for abusers? Do you want to go buy it? There are no conclusions here beside the fact that the document I just responded to is manipulative spin. Okay, we've read that part. This is tailor-made to pretend neutral, while in reality, it's just a smear piece against the land. I didn't get the vibe that it was neutral at all. It's not because somebody's telling me, trust me, bro, I'm being neutral here, that I'm actually gonna think that they're neutral. You wretched creature. Oh, actually, this is actually going into the Rima voice lines. You wretched creature. I'm trying to think of ideas, you know, of lines for my Rima voice back. So if you guys think of something good, let me know. The most dangerous lies are the ones that sound smooth as silk. This document is probably not going to be seen by many people, regardless of me sharing it, but hey, I need to put my anger or somewhere. After reading the document, I also responded. Yeah, it felt like this person was angry while writing the document. I'm a little horse. Oh my god. I would make like a meme horse voice back and you guys would just like, that's the one that would get sold out, I bet. Clop, clop at least once. Just get me my fucking Pickle plush. Oh my god. I want to rewatch the video one last time, guys. I want to rewatch it. Just get me my fucking Pickle plush. Pablo, thank you for the membership. I'm just okay. Just that one line. Just that one line. Oh no, I'm not supposed to do that. Sorry, sorry, sorry. No. I'm crying. That was really good. Just get me my Pickle plush. You've got 2 empty halves of coconut and you're banging them together. Is the general consensus that the CEO and GP side of the company had no idea what was going on, or they knew? Well, we don't know that, right? Or they knew and were involved with the bullying the entire time. There's only speculations on that. Who knows? Anybody that answers this question to you in complete confidence is an idiot, because nobody actually knows what's the truth here. We don't know the inner working of the company. Corporate secrets are like very well guarded. If you ever go work in a company, like you need the card, you need the pass. You can't just walking into an office like this. I have to say it was nice someone who knows the law to actually spoke out on the Niji mess, and not the armchair lawyers. True. A lot of information got lost in translation is usually the conclusion that I saw. Yeah. Voice line smooth as silk. I mean, yeah, CEOs don't micromanage whatever's going on, you know? And they will never admit that the CEO was aware of harassment or bullying or whatever. They will never, ever, ever admit that. I wish we could hear Pomu's knowledge of it all too. Yeah, it's still negligence. How would he know? Being out at sea on your yacht, you don't have internet access that easily. Yeah, even if they were in the wrong, they would never admit it. What's the head manager of Nijisanji Ian doing? We have no idea who the head manager is or what they're doing. Everything that revolves around Nijisanji is like one big question mark. Whereas like in Hololive, we know who like the director of content is, A-chan, we know a few of the managers, and we know a lot about the CEO. Yeah, I know, Kurnoff. I did like some bullet points at the very beginning, and I still need to watch the stream for today. I watched the VODs from yesterday only. I mean, there's probably a Niji head manager, like somebody needs to oversee this group of people. It's Pecora's effing monkey. The head manager is Pecora's monkey. Yep. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm gonna send you guys to my video, which is debuting in like 10 hours. At noon EST tomorrow. Make sure to go to the video now and give it a like or a comment. Get me my fucking Pecora plush. I would love that. And comment, get me a pickle plush now. And you know, for the algorithm. And I'm sending you guys there. So we're all gonna be together in the waiting room tomorrow. If you guys want to watch the video in advance, it's on my Patreon right now. If you want to subscribe to my Patreon, I have 2 rewards and additional content coming this week. It's for as little as $5. You get 1 extra video a month. And this month, I'm doing a parody on self-help gurus, so you're gonna get to see CEO Rima in the work. It's gonna be a banger. I'm so excited for this Patreon reward. I'm having it edited right now and I can't wait for it to come out. And aside from that, follow me on Twitter at Rima Evenstar for me memeing people and announcements and so on. Clop clop, boys. We eating good. And see you tomorrow for the video premiere, and we're gonna have a watch along in my Discord if you guys want to join. Here's my Discord link again. See you guys tomorrow. Love you guys in a non-parasocial way. Bye.